Hey guys, welcome back. It's Preston again. If you're new to my channel, I'm a master barber with over 10 years experience. On my channel, we're doing haircut tutorials, vlogs with information that are pertinent to our industry. Stuff like how to get started as a new barber, all the way up to the more advanced stuff where we're doing like how to open a barber shop, how to set a budget, how to hire new barbers, all things like that. We're also doing some product reviews. I have the Wall Senior, the cordless ones. I just got them. I'm using them. I'm going to use them for a little while before I give y'all any information and let you know what I think about them. In this video, I have a low shadow fade on a guy. He's a bigger guy, heavy set guy, and his jawline is kind of square, but the top of his head cones almost. It almost comes to a point. So I don't want to emphasize the shape of his head. So stay tuned and see how I handle these types of haircuts. Let's get right into it, guys. Let's go. Alright guys, here we go. This guy has a very odd shaped head. As you can see, he's a pretty heavy guy, and his head is almost like an oval on top. Like right here where I'm working, you gotta be real careful with his hair because his head almost comes to a point. So right here, right below the parietal ridge, I'm being real careful and flicking out at the end. But this is a 3 3/4 metal blade, and I'm going right up to the bottom of the parietal ridge. Again, this guy has an odd shaped head, man. He's like a brother to me. I've known him for years, but very tough shaped head to do this kind of haircut on. So y'all check this out. I'm gonna do a 3 3/4 all the way around, right at the bottom of the parietal ridge. I know you see me going sideways. It's to go against the grain. I'm always going against the grain. Even when you see my clippers angled in a weird direction, it's either I'm going against the grain or I've already went against the grain and I'm just going in different directions to make sure I got all the haircut. This is a 3 1/2. I'm not going as high as I did with the 3 3/4, but this is a 3 1/2 metal guard on my Austro Octanes. By the way, I just got the cordless seniors. I'm gonna use them for a while. So far, they're good clippers, but I just got them, so I'm gonna use them for a little while, put them to the test, and I'll be doing a product review on them, let you guys know what I think. This is a number 2, and if you notice how I'm flicking out, always y'all have to learn this flick out motion. It's gonna help you so much, especially if you're trying to blend with these metal detachable blade guards. Notice how even on these guards, I still, in a lot of times, use the corner of my blade. You can see the back of his head right here, how it comes out. It's going to be a dark spot in the back of his head, and you're going to see how I lift that up to get in there and take that out. right here. That, yeah, I lifted up. Y'all got to get in there and get that hair and those creases, especially on these bigger guys, man. Y'all got to do that. This is it looks like a pretty basic fade, pretty easy, but because of the shape of his head, this is actually a pretty difficult haircut to get it all looking uniform, you know, where everything looks like it blends. And I give this dude a hard time all the time about his bangs. I'm like, dude, you got 4 bangs hanging in the front. I gotta spread them out to try to make a hairline up there. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we get to the front of his haircut. I have done some test runs with my camera on different haircuts to see if I got this focus issue, and I'm trying to learn better angles so you guys can get in there and see what I'm doing, see how I'm flicking out and how I'm working the clippers, plus be able to get an overall view. I have a couple cameras, so I'm really playing with some things and trying to figure it all out. So y'all stay tuned. I'm really trying to give y'all the best content I can and trying to help y'all learn the best I can. This is a 1.5 metal detachable guard. Notice how I don't dig into that crease area with this guard like I was with a 2 guard. And the reason being, if I'm working the edge right there and I'm flicking it out, just trying to get the blend, not digging in like I was with the 2, just to make sure that the blend goes right. If you'll see, I'm using the corner of that blade a lot, especially around the ears and stuff. Man, y'all have to learn how to use just a part of that blade. And come from different angles. If you're having a problem getting a spot out, come from different angles. This is a 1 guard on the detachable blades. And again, you're gonna see how I angle that, so my blade's really only going right around his ear. I know it's blurry and I'm sorry guys, but my blade's really only going around his ear. And other than just debulking this, the fade's pretty much over with. And you can see how I'm flicking out as I get up closer to where I ran that 1.5 blade. On this particular customer, you'll see me come back and hit the sideburns with I'm pretty sure I used my Masters, just to, his sideburns stay dark if you leave them this length. So and they come back so quick, so I just hit them with my Masters, just kind of blend them down a little bit more, mainly just for him. So I just pointed out that little light spot. I'm gonna go back in there with my Masters and my 1 guard and just hit that light spot. But I blend those sideburns down a little bit more. It gives my customer a little bit more time, and it makes the haircut blend a little bit better, because if it looks light above it and you leave the sideburns dark, it's not a good look. So y'all pay attention to that as well. Having a little problems right there. That's funny. I forgot about that. Looked like I was just having a little bit of problems right there around that one spot. But again, you have to be real careful with this guy, his head, because of how oddly shaped it is. You really have to be. I'm looking in my mirror right now, so I can see what I need to do with that spot. And when I finally get it out, I think I say, "Man, you got it," and we both kind of laughed about that. But man, I talk to my customers. I say, "Yeah, see there," but I talk to my customers, and we joke around, and I show them little things that where, like that little spot. I mean, he knew that I seen the spot, and when I finally worked it out, I was like, got it, and we both smiled. So, man, y'all be transparent with your customers. Y'all talk to them. If you have a struggle area, man, say I struggled. But you can see right there where I took his sideburns down a little bit more. And this is basically just the edge out. He don't like anything crazy, just a standard edge out. If y'all would do me a favor, I'm up to 40 excuse me, I'm up to 40 subscribers on YouTube. If y'all could just share my videos and tell people about the videos and have them come watch it. And so if y'all have anybody struggling, or tell me, get in the comments, let me know how these videos are helping you. Tell me if you're learning anything. Tell me if you're trying out these techniques that you see me doing. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to anything. I'm not out here saying I know everything or I'm the best barber in the world. That's not what this is about. This is about helping each other grow. And so, even if you see something that I'm doing that would make me better, get in the comments. Tell me what you think. I'm a humble guy. I'm not better than anybody else or anything crazy like that. Just trying to share my knowledge. Right here, I come back with clipper over comb, and again, this is on this guy's odd shaped head. I'm just trying to keep the look of the cut as square as possible. We can't get real crazy, but I don't want it to follow the shape of his head. I want to keep it as square as I possibly can, where it still contours, where I don't want it to look like a flat top,
excuse me, I don't want it to look like a flat top, but I want it to I don't want it to emphasize the shape of his head. So I'm just doing a little clipper over comb work. Oh, you'll see me do this a lot, over directing the hair. This is a technique that I've learned and practiced throughout the years. You can see here how I'm keeping it real square. I gotta do some work on the left side. As you look at it, it would be his right side. I gotta do some work on that parietal ridge, and I'm sure I'll come back and do it. When y'all have people with thin bangs like this, man, make sure y'all don't start right up front. Y'all pull the hair back, over direct those bangs before you cut them. That way you're not cutting off bangs that you need to try to make a hairline with. But this guy is really, really thin on his hairline. And honestly, I've told this guy for a while, I'm like, man, you're running out of bangs for me to try to make a hairline with. But we're still doing it. We're doing the best we can with what we have to work with. And unfortunately, on some of these guys, you ain't got a whole lot to work with. You see me attacking that trouble spot right there. I'm sure it's still going to be there. Yeah, I end up turning him so I can look at it in the mirror and attacking it with the clipper over comb. You see, we're talking. We have some pretty interesting conversations in the barbershop. I work with another lady, and we have a lot of great customers. A lot of good people come in and see us, and we built relationships over the years, and they're almost like family. You know, I talk to some of my customers outside of work, and you know, when I started to do this YouTube channel, I told a few of my customers, and they were all about it, and they really encouraged me, and I'm appreciative. It's no matter how far you get, man, stay humble, stay eager to learn, stay hungry. And it'll take you a lot further than thinking you're all that, and just stay humble. I'm just coming back and cross-checking my work here, making sure everything's straight and even. And notice the shear work. Y'all have to learn there's a steel blade and there's a cutting blade. That steel blade needs to stay still. That cutting blade's the only one that moves. I'm still attacking that trouble spot, and I still see it. I'm trying to do it so y'all can see me, but I end up turning toward the mirror so I can. I'm not even sure I left it in the video, but I end up turning toward the mirror and getting it out. And this is me just detailing some work, and Man, when these bangs are like this, y'all have to just cut them and, you know, comb them down and then cut them, and then don't really comb them, because if you're moving them around a lot, they're not gonna look straight. They're not gonna, you know, you're cutting them straight, but he really has no bangs. I mean, you can see how it's receding bad. So and this is the final product. If y'all like it, man, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share my videos, get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. If y'all have a certain haircut y'all want to see.